I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't
God.
that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up from home. Whoa!
All right, Laura, moments ago, Javon Hargrave, released by the Minnesota Vikings, finds a new home in the division with the Green Bay Packers, a 2-year, $23 million deal, including $13 million guaranteed. So he goes from Minnesota to Green Bay, a big deal with the Packers.
Quick reaction.
Huge for Green Bay. That was a massive hole for their football team and their defense, defensive interior, defensive tackle. Very good addition. Hargrave's still a good player.
Yeah, I just love when teams make signs like this that give them a little bit more flexibility in the draft. Obviously, don't have a lot of picks either, but Dan's right. This was a huge need for Green Bay. So I do think this makes a ton of sense for them.
Oh, we see you, Jonathan Gannon. Oh, we see you. Good for you. Nice find. A little history. Best part of his career was with Gannon in Philadelphia. Josh, is that the splash you were looking for? That was what I went to bed last night thinking.
Is that what you were thinking?
That was, amongst other things, of course. But
that was the move that I expected. I took notes. I listened when Bill Huber talked. And that's exactly who he said.
Was that the splash you were hoping for?
That wasn't a splash. That was a move that fit the narrative, which is what needed to happen. So Goody went and continued to do exactly what Goody was supposed to do. And I'm good with that.
What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in. Happy Thursday inside Wisconsin Sports. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And every day to kick off the show, we play catch-up.
Packers.
You heard it there from our friends at ESPN. Adam Schefter per Drew Rosenhaus. Javon Hargrave, the newest Green Bay Packer, a 2-year, $23 million deal. Former Minnesota Viking, but maybe more importantly, former Philadelphia Eagle, who had his best seasons in 2021 and 2022 under Jonathan Gannon in Philly. So it's what the Packers were supposed to do. It's what they needed to do. Some of us were a little more patient than others, expecting that this was going to happen. And at the end of the day, that's why patience is a virtue. Literally yesterday, I was having a conversation about this with a buddy of mine. Was the first day of free agency. The first day. I understand the legal tampering period, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The middle of the defensive line is filled.
Yeah.
Are we happy now?
Yeah. Well, so that was the big piece that we knew or figured was coming. And you saw it, like a lot of people's reaction was, the less or the least amount of shock face reaction possible, because it fit exactly what Bill Huber and many others said was Goody's plan, right? It didn't go against the comp picks. It was someone who was cut. And so it was a free agent signing that wasn't going to hurt what he had built up for 2027. And it was a need. And so the second he became available, I think a lot of us just sat there going, all right, and now step 2 is, say, Packers sign him. And not too long after, that was the report. And so it was great to see that exactly what was supposed to happen happened. That's nice. That doesn't always happen, to where you're like, all right, now they're going to do this, right? A lot of times they don't. This time they did exactly how it was supposed to go. And it is, as they said on ESPN, and I think everyone agrees, it was definitely a need. So it was great all around.
How do we feel about the Grave Digger nickname?
I'm absolutely okay with it. Are you not?
I'm not.
Ooh.
I don't know how do we do that? How do we do that?
You can't just say like Gravedigger 2.0. You can't.
Maybe. Do we have to talk to him? Not we as in you and I, but just to somebody like, how do we get him to understand that this is actually in his name? It's not like the reason is the same. He does the position well, no different than Gilbert Brown did.
Okay.
But it's in his name. Like, we can't tell him no. It's just weird for those that were alive when Gilbert Brown was doing his thing. Does he have a dance? I didn't see. Does he do something after a sack?
I'll tell you this. If it gets to the point where we have to start analyzing what he does after a sack as a celebration, that means things are going well. Because it means that he's getting sacks. So it's
really about the nickname, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, so if we're worrying about calling him the Gravedigger, it's because he's given us a reason to. So I'm good with it.
Am I the only one that just looks at that and just like some things are just meant to be what they are? I gotta be honest, never saw that coming. But
I don't know. I think if it's like a homage, right? I mean, who's saying that he didn't look up to Gilbert Brown?
Wait a minute. What if he takes number 93?
Ooh. Now would that be okay with you?
Well, either do the whole thing and
okay.
have the homage.
Yeah, don't half-ass
or
it. Either go all the way. Yeah. All right.
Would that bother you?
No. None of it would bother me. As long as he's performing well and helping this team, that's all that matters.
I can just see Josh. Some grave digger you are. What the?
Yeah.
I thought you
we needed you. No, I'm excited. That was a good move. It wasn't a shocking move, but it was exactly the move that the Packers needed and that was predicted to happen. So I'm glad to see that all around.
That wasn't the only defensive lineman the Packers signed yesterday. Did you see this, Josh?
I did. That one had people less excited.
Well, sure, as you would expect. However, good. A guy that we're familiar with that was on the practice squad last year and then got signed away by Chicago. Jonathan Ford is back in Green Bay, and I think that that's encouraging from a defensive line standpoint. So not only do we have starters in place, but Devontae Wyatt will come back. Now Jonathan Ford in terms of depth.
Yeah, depth.
I like the way we're going.
Depth's important, and if you don't think it's important, you didn't watch last season. When we were literally running out of bodies. They're getting bodies.
Skyy Moore is also going to be a key piece. We talked about him signing yesterday, but out came some audio from his former teammates who know a thing or two about football in Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy when he was with the Niners. They're big fans.
Man, I think this whole entire year, just anytime he gets the ball, I love the way he hits it. You know, he's built for this team. He plays with zero hesitation, and it's good to see him start to break some of these long ones because for the whole first half of the year, we were always like, man, he's hitting it the right way. Every time the ball's in his hands, he plays with no hesitation. He's fast, he's physical, he runs really hard, and we knew it was just a matter of time before some of these big ones were going to start to hit, and he's been doing a hell of a job putting us in a great position.
Yeah, he's the man, dude. Just last week, or what was that, 2 weeks ago, against the Cardinals for his kick return, and then today to be able to have that punt return like that, create some momentum, allow us to score pretty quick. Like he's the man.
There you go.
Votes of confidence.
Yeah.
Does that matter to us?
I mean, it should. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't be mad at anyone who was looking at any player that's on the Packers special teams right now and saying, sorry, like I get the hype, but you got to prove it to me first. Like I wouldn't be mad if there are fans holding out because special teams has just been awful forever. But it's definitely a reason to be excited.
Well, he's proved it. It's
right.
Just he's here now.
Right. So hopefully that continues here. I will tell you this.
That's not realism.
Well, no, it's hope. You love hope. I was listening to the Mason Crosby show yesterday, Mitch Thunder Nellis and Tommy Wirtz talking, and they were saying how, you know, more's got to happen than just having Skyy Moore, right? It wasn't just having a specific guy in the backfield that was the issue with special teams, kick returns, punt returns for the Green Bay Packers. But bringing Skyy Moore in definitely doesn't hurt. So it's a good start. Now let's see what Acor can do and where they're at for special teams.
The 414 says the moves are smart on the Nicolay Law talk and text line 414-677-1250. this opinion is nothing splashy, but everything seems like a well thought out move, and we're not overspending. Some might call it strategery. It's working.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And yesterday, everyone was, I don't know, assuming because I was trying to set up the argument that I wanted us to make a splash. I would love to go get everyone. I wish this was Madden franchise mode where I could just set the settings and then go get whoever I wanted and put together the all-star team. But then as we talked about later in the argument of just, that's not where this Packers team is. They have way too many holes to fill. And so this is the way that it has to be played. And it's chalk. It's going exactly as it needs to go. Like that's what Goody's doing. It's not splashy moves. It's depth. We're getting a lot of depth. Okay, keep going.
We'll get to that argument in the Be Better portion of today's episode.
Sure will.
7:25, presented by the Better Business Bureau. On to the Brewers.
Brewers.
Lost. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Spring training. Doesn't matter.
Reds 6-3. They play again today against the Guardians. 8:05. First pitch tonight. What matters was the World Baseball Classic. That was a close one. You're welcome, USA.
That one, I'm not sure if he got it all. Let's see. It's deep. It is gone. He's hit 3.
Vinny's going to have so much espresso in him, he may not go to sleep tonight. This will be his third shot of espresso. Vinny, take it easy, big fella. That was unbelievable, huh? You're welcome, USA. We were thinking of you guys over at your hotel. We were thinking of you guys, so I'm glad you guys could join us in the party.
How awesome is that?
Who was that?
Vinny Pasquantino, who plays for the Royals, hit 3 home runs for Italy in the clobbering of Mexico, and then comes out after the game after 3 shots of espresso, because that was their home run celebration. Is they put a jacket on you and they have you do a shot of espresso. And so he was all wired, and he said, "You're welcome, USA. We're thinking about you, boys," which was awesome to hear. And thank you. You'll hear about Team USA in the Be Better segment, brought to you by the Better Business Bureau as well today. But yeah, so the U.S. advances thanks to Italy, and now they will play Canada in the quarterfinals.
9-1 was the final score, but it really came down to 5 runs. I saw Pat McAfee post a video once Italy scored 5 that essentially sealed the deal. It made me nervous because I was unaware of the specifics. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh, and then I saw somebody else from McAfee's staff go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But then not
so
quite,
stupid.
Actually.
Because then if it would have gone to extras, then that would have been another factor that blah, 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 blah. But I think that more runs that Italy put up, it like made that go less and less important.
Onward we go. Badgers. What's that? Greg Gard, say it louder for the people in the back. What'd you say?
Get out of my theme music. And he throws it down hard. They'll play for a title. Tajay is smoking hot. He'll launch it for 3 at the horn. He got it at the buzzer. Rod Wilson, another triple. 2004 Big Ten Tournament champions. Let's go! And slams it down. Back to score. The alley-oop. Wisconsin wins. This is what March feels like.
Time to make some more March memories for the Wisconsin Badgers, who in the 3rd round of the Big Ten tournament today face off against Washington yet again. Washington and USC. Washington beat them yesterday in overtime. It was a great game to watch. The madness is officially alive and well. That game today between Washington and the Badgers is at 1:30-ish.
1:30, yep.
Well, ish. It's after the game before it ends.
Yeah. Make sure your TV's on by 1:30.
Maybe just record the game before and the game after, just in case.
Sure.
Ooh, I said record it, not tape it. I'm pretty proud of myself right there. You know what? Just tape the game before.
Yeah,
the game after.
I'll say DVR. I'll get to that point.
DVR it. See,
Yeah.
I grew up taping things. Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom had VHS tapes all over the place.
Did you tape that? Oh, you forgot to tape it.
You did not tape over my episode of
There's that.
West Wing.
There is that. Excited. March Madness is officially here. On to the Bucks.
Bucks.
Oh, perfect. We play the team with the guy that just scored 83.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
No, they could lose.
By a lot.
That could happen. Or
We're
they
used
could
to
win.
that.
Who
I'll
the hell
take the under.
knows?
Bucks at the Heat tonight, 6:30. Anything else?
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. 8 o'clock this morning, 8 a.m., the head coach of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay women's basketball team, the first Division I team here in the state of Wisconsin to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Kayla Karius will join us today at 8. Josh, did you see her stats that she brought to UW Green Bay when she was a player and not just a coach?
I did not.
Baller. Went to the NCAA tournament during her career numerous times, including a trip to the Sweet 16. And I know there's not a lot of people that follow women's college basketball or maybe women's basketball in general. However, it's the Caitlin Clark effect in that when there is a team like UW Green Bay that is as dominant as they are, and frankly, probably the number one sought after Division I team in the state, there was numerous Wisconsin Badgers that came our way from 21 NCAA tournament appearances, third year in a row for the Phoenix. Excited to talk to Kayla and just hear what that experience is like to cut down a net and then take a 7-hour bus ride home.
Yeah. Probably more about the net cutting. You know who's not going to be cutting any nets, though, by the way? Marquette.
Yeah, lost last night.
Yep, their season is over. They lose 89-87 against Xavier in the Big East tournament. Had that game on, was watching that game, and they had chances. Like that was to me a sign of just you haven't been here yet. You don't know how to handle the pressure and stay composed in these moments. But hopefully it's youth and youth stays, and that program can continue to build.
It was sloppy at the end. There was a lot of opportunities for Marquette. They wouldn't die. They kept bringing it back within 2, sometimes within 3. But then there was bad turnovers late in that game. In the Big East tournament against Xavier, it was encouraging the matchup, Josh, because Marquette beat Xavier earlier in the year. They had the higher seed in the Big East tournament. They were supposed to win, although I didn't see the actual betting lines. But alas, the season of agony comes to an end for Marquette basketball, and it'll be really interesting to see how they, as in the athletic department and specifically Shaka Smart, handle their entry into the reality that is the NIL in college basketball. There was a lot of conversation, and over the years, Shaka was not quiet about how much he did not appreciate where college basketball was heading and didn't want to participate. Well, that didn't work.
Yeah. You know, I was just thinking about, and whenever I'm thinking about like, hey, I wonder how long it's been like a since stat, and then it ends up that it was like last year or something. So I'm sure that's the case here. But I'm realizing now that Marquette's officially, their season is done.
Yeah.
The only one left, D1 men's team, is UW-Madison, is the Badgers. When was the last time by the 12th it was down to one team, to where there was no hope for NCAA bid, that you had all the other D1 programs, none of them either made or won enough games to make noise in their conference tournaments, to where literally, like, the Badgers are the only team left, and they haven't even started having their games in their conference tournament. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, in the past, we would at least go, oh, I wonder where Marquette's going to end up, even though they lost early in the Big East tournament or wherever they were at over the years.
That'll hurt their seeding, something.
There's no seeding.
Or if Marquette wasn't in it, it was a situation where either UWGB or Milwaukee made a somewhat of a run, got to pass the second game that they were playing in the Horizon League tournament, something to where on the 12th, we are down to one team, in the state of Wisconsin in college basketball.
So on that note, what are we most looking forward to? Is it the Badgers in the NCAA tournament, the Big Ten tournament this weekend, opening day for the Milwaukee Brewers, literally 2 weeks from today at AmFam Field?
Crazy.
The NFL draft is coming up in April. Free agency continues. As Wisconsin sports fans, we're on like the cusp. The tunnel at the end of the light. The light at the end of the tunnel, also known as that, brighter and brighter and brighter as we go.
Yeah, we're getting there.
What are we most looking forward to? That's next in the I Have Questions portion of Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Good morning, Wisconsin. Notice we didn't talk about snow.
Oh, now you did.
Nah, doesn't matter. Let's get the latest on Brewers spring training this morning, 10 a.m. The Brewers TV analyst, Vinny Rotino. Not cribbage champion, Vinny Rotino. Just Brewers TV analyst, Vinny Rotino.
I'm catching strays this morning, Vinny.
Yeah. 9 to noon with Kuhn and Rami Makloff, served up by Yingling on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. I wonder if he has to wear a shirt or something. Did we ask Jeff that?
I think we did. He said, I don't think there is a shirt, but he said it's a good idea. There should be one.
So usually in this portion of the show, we question things that make zero sense. Today, let's take it an optimistic route. What are we most looking forward to from a Wisconsin sports standpoint? It is March 12th. There's a lot to look forward to in the next month or so. So what is it? That's the question.
When things just don't add up, Trevor and Josh ask the hard questions or just point out how messed up stuff is.
I only have one question.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
Do you view this season as a failure?
You asked me the same question last year.
What's the most important question the Badgers have to answer Saturday?
This is a great question. Oh my God, this is a great question.
It's time for I Have Questions on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
The Nicolay Law talk and text line 414-677-1250. Here's a random question that just popped in my head. Anybody getting snipped next week?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Tis the season.
Tis the snipping season. Is that still a thing? Does anybody know anybody that literally planned that whole thing? I can't even say the word because it was the worst day of my life. That is a story for off-air over beer someday. Real bad day.
Well, if you had a bad experience, definitely don't bring that up now for the guys that do have it on the calendar.
It might be next week as March Madness kicks off. The play-in games. What is it? What do they call those? Not the play-in games.
The first four.
The first four.
Come on, man.
So
no,
dumb.
Listen.
I don't pay attention to those games at all.
Yeah, well, sometimes those are the most exciting games. They start off the tournament with a bang.
So March Madness officially starts on Thursday. And that's
okay.
What I'm looking forward to. Thursday, Friday, round one. That's what I love the most. So we have this bar in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where I'll be next week, all picked out for spring break. It's called Puckers. P is in Paul.
Yes.
Uckers. Downtown Gatlinburg. And we did this last year, my son and I. We sat there and we watched the games, and it was really cool to just see all the different tables of fans. Oh, you're from there. Oh, you like them. And then you find the team that we're playing against, and you go, this is going to be fun. Watch them. Watch this. Or you root against another Big Ten team that's got fans in there from that.
Sure.
So that's what I'm most looking forward to amongst, obviously, opening day. But what is it that you're most looking forward to as a Wisconsin sports fan? 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. Is it more Packers free agency? Is it more signings? Is it more chalk, as Josh would say? This is what we need to do. Is it Brewers opening day? Is it the NCAA tournament? Is it something else? What are you most looking forward to in Wisconsin sports? What about you, Josh?
Yeah, I'm just a huge fan of next week. First of all, there's tournament games. I understand it's not 64, 68. It's the first four. But starting on Tuesday and St. Patrick's Day. And then.
Oh, whoa. I didn't do that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You got St. Patrick's Day into the tournament. It's beautiful. It's the best.
Oh.
It's the best week of the year. And
do I get Wisconsin drinking shirts made? Hold on, that's a different question. That I did not do the math that I'll be on spring break during St. Patty's Day. I don't know if I have enough time
to get shirts.
Yeah,
no, they'd have to be pre-made probably.
I'm gonna see if I can pull a string. Do I do that? What? There's
a
question.
What are you gonna give one to your kid?
No, there's 6 adults.
You could. Oh,
I could. You'll understand. We're from Wisconsin. That's what my kid's shirt would say.
Yeah.
What should my shirt say? Maybe that's a question for tomorrow.
Yeah, you could have that. No, but I'm very excited for St. Patrick's Day to be here and then going straight into March Madness. It's just an awesome week. Sometimes,
are you Irish?
No, not at all. I'm just from Wisconsin, and so but there have been years when St. Patrick's Day and the first day of the tournament. That first day of the round of 64 are on the same day. Boy, is that a fun day. So this week in general, or next week, I should say, that week in general is just I think it's my favorite week of the whole year.
So if the Brewers opening day is the following Thursday, that is a heck of a day as well.
It is.
Baseball day, basketball night. You watch the Badgers. We'll play on that day.
Oh, be amazing.
That was positive forecasting.
Yeah.
You're welcome. There's no way you can't jinx positive forecasting. Somebody just texted in on the Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. The question is, are the Packers done in free agency? Interesting question. Josh, what's your take?
No.
What's next? What? Look at your list of chalk.
Well, I think it's going to depend. It's got to depend on who else might be cut, who's out there that would be super duper cheap.
Wait a minute. You think they're going to – the NFL official start of the season was yesterday. You think they're going to cut more now?
Or if not, they're going to be analyzing who was cut. It's not going to be a guy that's still out there in the top 5 best available free agents that hasn't made a move yet, blah, blah. It's going to be depth. It's going to be more depth. It might not even be guys that might be just we'll see in camp type situation. Might end up on practice squad, but we still need more bodies. And I'm not satisfied with the amount of bodies in the room. And I don't want to rely fully on the draft for depth as well. Bring a few other guys on the cheap.
Where do you want the next guy to be? Where do you want more bodies? I have an idea of what I hope they sign from a free agency standpoint next, but what's yours?
I mean, I still want more linemen either side.
Offensive linemen is where I hope they go next.
Yeah.
I'm happy with what appears to be the starting defensive line. There was a piece that came out yesterday. All right, we got Micah Parsons, Devontae Wyatt. Now we have Javon Hargrave. And can we count on Lucas Van Ness?
Well, we better, because that list, every time people have brought up that list, it starts with Micah Parsons. And you have him, you don't have him for at least the first game.
Well, maybe. We don't know that.
But we're projecting it might even be the first 4. So
it could be the pup.
If that's the case, you need some bodies.
Josh, don't you have a small child you're responsible for? Do you still get hammered for St. Patrick's Day? Aren't you 40? That's from the 262 on the Nicolay Law Talking text line.
Let's break down this terrible text. Okay, so yes, I do have a small child.
Check.
Let's see. So first of all, daycares exist. So there's that. You think he's just sits at home alone when I'm at work? Is that how dumb are you? Also, let's see. Do you still get hammered for St. Patrick's Day? Yeah, I have 2 of them, okay? Because it's St. Patrick's Day. Figure it out. And no, I'm not 40 yet. Any other questions?
Great analysis.
Send them in.
Annie says March Madness for sure is what she's looking forward to. And then asked, have we ever been to the St. Patrick's Parade in Erin, Wisconsin? I have not.
I also have not. But I've heard there's some pretty, I think New London, Wisconsin, I think also has a absolutely insane parade party for St. Patrick's Day.
The 920 says, looking forward to the start of my daughter's high school softball season on March 27th. We lost out on going to the state by 1 run last year with mostly sophomores on the team. So hopefully they can run it back. There's a scenario where we do want to run it back. 920, what school? Text us back. I'm curious to know where you're at. 414 says, I'm looking forward to the Badgers' first weekend exit. Hashtag can't wait. Listen, I wish you were wrong. I wish that wasn't something that was plausible, but please prove me wrong, Bucky, because it seems to be a theme.
Yep.
It is what it is. Facts are facts.
Well, and we've talked to Mike Heller on this show, and he brought up, listen, to get to the Sweet 16 is never a guarantee. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, but you've seen what this team can do. And so that should give you hope that they can get through the first weekend.
The 262 says, hey. I'm 44. I live in Erin, Wisconsin. It is the best St. Patrick's Day in the country, and I will be getting hammered, says the 920, or the 262, sorry. And we're in the presence of royalty, Josh.
Look at that.
This is a former king of the parade talking.
Now, keep in mind, that's a different 262 than the 262 that questioned what I do with my care or with my kid. Jason,
you ever heard of New Dublin? Real quick, New Dublin days. New London up here in northeast Wisconsin turns into New Dublin. Literal New Dublin. They take the sign off and it goes like they cover the London and they put Dublin, New Dublin. Huge St. Patty's Day party. I was there in a previous life, long time ago. The next morning, a buddy of mine texted the group that we were with and said, my check liver light is flashing. We got to go home. And I have used that ever since. Check liver light.
That's not bad. Jason the 920 says, I'm calling Joey Bosa for 1 year, less than $10 million. I would be surprised, but I wouldn't be mad about it if they did. He's still out there.
Why wouldn't you be mad?
Because he's a body.
Is it a body that, put him on that line and make Lucas Van Ness? Could Lucas Van Ness play outside linebacker?
He could. Yes. The answer to your question is
would he be better there? I'm also really curious.
The better question. I don't know.
I'm also really curious to see what the scheme is going to be. That's one thing that we have no idea yet. And I understand in early reports, Jonathan Gannon, who we haven't heard from yet, said that he doesn't really have schemes. It's play by play, possession by possession. So we'll see, I guess. I wouldn't. Is Joey Bosa a splash?
No, I don't. Joey Bosa is still not. He's not the Joey Bosa that would be of old that would make a splash. But that doesn't mean that he's not nothing. Something he could still add something to this team.
Boy, the 262 woke up one judgy some gun, didn't he?
Oh, sure did. That might be the last text he gets to send in.
Maybe so.
The 920 here, I love this. This is from Mike and Kimberly. He says, okay, fellas, I'm at work, so I got to be quick. I love the start of that. Okay, he says, first, I'm looking forward to taking my 12-year-old nephew to his first opening day. That's awesome. Love that. Number two, Packers aren't done yet. They're talking to two defensive tackles and at least one cornerback still. Okay. I'd love to see that. He didn't even give names. I don't care names. We need bodies.
The 920 following up, that would be the Whippets. Got a big doubleheader against Crick on April 5th. You should come down for it. At Crick or at the Whippets? That's the only question I got. And lastly, the 414 says about the exit for the Badgers, I hope to be wrong.
Yeah.
All right. We hope so too.
That is a Wisconsin sports fan that's been hurt. And had his heart broken too many times and is now just used to the pain, which we all understand.
We talked earlier about Javon Hargrave being signed to the Packers, a 2-year, $23 million deal, a 6'2", 309-pound defensive lineman who goes by the name Gravedigger. And up next, we're going to hear how excited his son is that he's a Green Bay Packer. What an awesome piece of audio. It's the most electrifying sound of the day. That's next. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
It's time for
The most electrifying,
sound of the day
the most electrifying.
on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Brought to you by Best Electric. Learn more at bestelect.com. Don't stress. Connect with the best.
Atlanta Falcons?
No.
What is it?
Cheesehead.
A Green Bay Packer?
Yes.
Let's go! Yes! I needed this.
We all needed that. That was Javon Hargrave's son celebrating his dad becoming a Green Bay Packer, and that is the most electrifying sound of the day. Brought to you by our friends at Best Electric. Remember, no job is too big or too small for Best Electric. Don't stress. Connect with the best. Call them today or visit bestelect.com. I also want to give a shout out to Mike at Flens90 on Twitter, who saw me repost that audio and said, that's got to be tomorrow's most electrifying sound. You damn right. That was awesome seeing that kiddo be so pumped for his pops.
That poor kid was stuck in purple for longer than he ever wished to be. How awesome for a family of a guy coming from the Vikings to go, I needed this.
I needed this.
The Green Bay Packers.
It's so
I
cool.
needed this.
It's so cool. Especially, like, you would think, like, that his dad was a Minnesota Viking. You would have thought he would have been told to hate the Packers. To be that excited? Yeah, that's saying something. That's saying something about what he had to watch his dad go through with the current situation, you know, in Minnesota.
Turns out he hated that Skol chant too. Don't blame you, kid.
Let's go.
I needed this.
Needed this. When he said that, I literally said, Javon Hargrave's son and all of Packer Nation, I needed this. He had no idea at the time he was going to be speaking for all of us.
Yes. Tip of the iceberg, kid.
Yep.
I need to know what is happening in an hour. Now I'm bothered. Now I don't know. My show sheet says Josh's surprise announcement.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't tell you because it's a surprise. So
can we play 20 questions?
Nope.
Any hints?
Nope.
Can you tease the audience to say, hey, come back at 7:45-ish. You're going to want to hear this announcement.
Okay, I'll tell you this. I'm doing something that I did not plan or think I would ever be doing.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talking text line. What is Josh doing that he never thought he'd plan on doing? Apparently, there is a surprise special announcement happening this morning around 7:45 that involves Josh participating or doing something that he never planned on doing. So let's make a bunch of crap up, shall we? Let's take the next hour to text in and go, what is Josh doing that he never planned on doing?
I'll tell you this. It's not worth the hype train, but it's interesting. It's okay. That's the reaction. If that's your clue to the severity of the surprise, the response is, oh, okay.
Well,
there you go.
Way to build it up, bud.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Well, I don't need people to be out here saying, like, you know, I don't know, crazy things. It's like, this isn't I'll take one off the board. I'll tell you this. I'm not getting a tattoo. Okay, so you don't need to text that one in.
It's funny you bring that up. I'm considering getting my first tattoo in Gatlinburg next week.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a baby, dude.
No, Julia's not pregnant. Shut that one down now, too. I already hate this.
That's what you get. This is what you get. Josh's surprise announcement.
I don't understand at all. You've had 3 or 4 of these in the history of the show.
I know. It doesn't mean that you're not also wondering.
Oh, now but we haven't played. Hey, talking text line. Shoot out what the surprise could be. Just wait until next time. No,
I'm never doing a surprise announcement.
Darn right you're not. Make it the whole show.
All right. When we come back, top of the hour, it's the Malott Meats Morning Mind Dump. We've all seen this whole story involving Max Crosby and the Ravens and the Raiders and how interesting it got quickly. And so that got us thinking, are you throwing out? Oh, look at these. These are good. See, some of these are Boy, they're pouring in. My bad. All right, so they're positive for what it's worth. The Morning Mind Dump this morning, Malat meets. What is a situation in life where you were like, I'm going to back out of that? I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you wish you could. You know, we make the comparison in when you buy a house, right? And you get a mortgage, you have that 3-day right of refusal where you can come back in and say, nah, never mind. And that's essentially exactly what the Ravens did to the Raiders. We're asking, what else in life do you wish came with that 3-day right of refusal that you could go, second thought, nope, no, we're going to pass on that.
I've got some good ones from my early 20s. Like, there are some moments.
That'll be good.
Captain's Corners, Jefferson, Wisconsin.
I got one. Putting on the dock that I have a surprise announcement coming up at the end of the 7 o'clock.
This is the most
hour.
texts we've got all morning. This is fantastic.
Great.
That's coming up. Plus, Be Better, presented by the Better Business Bureau of Wisconsin at 7:25. Who needs to be better? Giveaway. One of them involves the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. And that should be the most obvious.
Yeah. All right. We're inside Wisconsin Sports. We are live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. We're powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and we love your interaction. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. Before we go to break, let's read just a few of these that have come in about Josh's surprise announcement coming up at 7:45. So Julie's not pregnant.
No.
Someone's asking if you're throwing out the first pitch. Don't answer any of these.
Oh, okay.
I do want to know if somebody gets one right. Don't tell me now. But somebody's like, oh, maybe you're throwing out the first pitch. Here's another one from the 414. Josh is moving to Hollywood to become a stunt double. I will pay for that. I will pay for the training. I would love to see that.
Really?
I don't want you to move. I'm just saying, like, that is, let's do that. Are you afraid of heights?
How much you paying me?
Well, Dave in Brookfield, Albrecht's Entertainment Center.
Yeah.
Opening soon. Jacob in a van. Josh is playing in a charity golf tournament. Are you a big golfer?
And not a good golfer.
Justin from the Port. Got it. Josh is becoming part of the Bristol Renaissance Fair. Get your guesses in. More to come. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and a surprise announcement from Josh.
Jesus. It's time for your fan weather forecast brought to you by Habish, and Rotier. Partly cloudy, but windy conditions today with a high of 42 degrees. It's currently 30 degrees here in Milwaukee.
I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. Whoa!
All right, Laura, moments ago, Javon Hargrave, released by the Minnesota Vikings, finds a new home in the division with the Green Bay Packers, a 2-year, $23 million deal, including $13 million guaranteed. So he goes from Minnesota to Green Bay, a big deal with the Packers.
Quick reaction.
Huge for Green Bay. That was a massive hole for their football team and their defensive interior defensive tackle. Very good addition. Hargrave's still a good player.
Mina, quick.
Yeah, I just love when teams make signs like this that give them a little bit more flexibility in the draft. Obviously, don't have a lot of picks either, but Dan's right. This was a huge need for Green Bay. So I do think this makes a ton of sense for them.
More bodies. Big ones, too.
Yeah, big boys.
On the defensive line, in the middle. Just stay in the middle. Try to break up that pocket thing. Be great.
Yeah.
Touch
Big
the
fan.
quarterback, possibly.
Yeah, if he could be on the ground, that'd be nice.
What's up, Wisconsin? Happy Thursday. Inside Wisconsin Sports. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Having a little fun this morning. Josh has a big surprise announcement coming up at 7:45. And the guesses are aplenty, Mr. Albrecht, of people saying, hey, here's what Josh's big surprise announcement is. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. As we enter in to a moment when we want you to know you're in a safe place. Let's get these things out of our head and off our chest and not carry them. Listen, I came in a little grumpy this morning. I told Josh right away, a little grumpy. I'm over it. Got over it before the mic went on. Good to go.
That's good.
We'll compartmentalize that over there. I got some things out of my head and off my chest. Just didn't say them into this microphone. But we want you to. We definitely want you to.
Yeah.
414-677-1250. Time for this morning's Malott Meets Morning Mind Dump.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
The coffee is kicked in. We're awake and ready to roll. Let's get some things off our chest and out of our heads.
You don't know what it's like to be me out here for you. It is an up at dawn, pride-swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about, okay?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We've got no food, we've got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
It's time for the Morning Mind Dump, presented by Malott Meats. High-quality meats at a fair price, safely delivered to your front door. To learn more, visit WisconsinMeatMarket.com. Experience the power of the family meal with Malott Meats on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
WisconsinMeatMarket.com. Josh, I put in my order for spring break yesterday.
Yeah, you got all of them taken care of?
They have the Jumbo Grill Master Box. 12 third-pound gourmet hamburger patties, 24 natural casing hot dogs, 12 natural casing brats, under $100, and it will be frozen from the time we leave until the time they get there. That's how safe and secure their packaging is from Malott Meats, WisconsinMeatMarket.com. I'll show you a video. I'm going to make a video. I will show you when I pick it up, and I will show you how it comes out of the shipping box. I'm the shipper. It'll be in our vehicle with us, but it will be proof that this is worth it. High-quality meats at a fair price, safely delivered to your door. WisconsinMeatMarket.com. Our thanks to them for presenting the Morning Mind Dump. And so there's something on the docket for us to think about and get off our chest and out of our heads. Maybe it's a little admittance of a moment or two in our life where we were like, I'm out. I'm going to back out of this, much like the Ravens did with their trade in regard to Max Crosby from the Raiders. It's a hot mess. It is a hot mess. That pause. It's a hot mess. There's some hurt feelings, Josh, and you found some audio of the Ravens GM going, well,
yeah, essentially, I'll play one of these clips. Eric DeCosta, the Ravens GM, he said, I get it. I get where everyone's at, but my main job is to worry about what's best for the Baltimore Ravens and make those type of moves and blah, blah, blah. And then someone said, okay, but what about how this impacts your relationship with other GMs and agents? And here's what he had to say.
Well, it hasn't stopped my phone from ringing. I'll tell you that. I think our relationship with agents and with other teams is really, really good. I understand the question. I think that GMs understand the importance of getting as much information as possible before making decisions. And I would say that most agents would say that myself, George, Nick, Mark Acevedo, Ozzy, Sashi, everybody that works with agents would say that we're a class organization that does business the right way, respectful, and willing to get deals done. But there
you go.
So what's a moment in your life that you found yourself in and you're like, oh boy, I would like to back out right now?
Yeah, well, and so that's the thing, right, is that this had me just thinking about in our everyday lives, what's possible for us to be able to do this type of situation? Because the Ravens didn't break any rules in doing this. Technically, everything they did was legal. The only thing I think of was like when you get a loan. Certain loans, there's a right of refusal period, 3 days to change your mind, and then it's locked in. You got to sign the form, bring it back, right of refusal. What else do we wish what we could do? We could do that exact situation with. I'll tell you one is when you tell your kid a plan. Like, hey, so big news, next week we're going to this. And then something happened or something else comes up, or the having to go back to your kid to say, hey, sorry, that's not happening anymore. Or now you're stuck doing that when you wish you could get out of it. Oh, do I wish there was a right of refusal. I could just hand a piece of paper to my kid and say, sorry, I signed the right of refusal. I don't want to do that anymore. We're not going to that water park. Sorry.
Mine are more like decisions I've made in life. And then when I got to said decision time, I'm like, wish I would have done that different. Very easy one. Like waiting to go to the bathroom on the plane. You know what? I'll wait till we go on the plane. Well, that seatbelt sign and then you getting up to use said restroom on the plane is a period of time that you didn't necessarily do the math on, Trev. And last I checked, 6'8" to 89-ish on a good day. Doesn't fit well in the old airplane bathroom. So that was a moment where I was like, all right, well, next time, just don't make that decision now. There's many from the old dating days. And I can't be the only one here in Wisconsin that was super excited to have someone's number the night before. And then you wake up the next day and you're like, oh, okay.
Okay. Imagine handing him a piece of paper. This is my right of refusal for this. No hard feelings. Rules are rules. Here you go. Have a good one.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so many things in life, I feel like we stick with because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings or we feel like we committed to something. To where if you could just hand that other person a piece of paper that said, you can't be mad at me, or you can, but it doesn't matter. I didn't do anything wrong. This is all justified and allowed. What would it be? Essentially, any decision that I have to make based off a question that Julie asks me, I wish that existed. I mean, from what should we have for dinner? Oh, I don't know. Okay, I'll pick something. Oh, it was the wrong thing. Okay. Here's my right of refusal. Sorry, I didn't even want to make that decision. Hey, what are we doing this weekend? I don't know. I guess we can go do that. Nope, changed my mind. Here's the right of refusal.
Last year, springtime, I had 5 yards of black dirt and 7 yards of black mulch delivered to my house. We bought a brand new home. It'll be 2 years ago on Labor Day. And we were going to do our own landscaping. And we built Amanda for Mother's Day this awesome, like, raised garden bed. Real proud of it. And I was like, you know what? We got this. 2 boys, shovels, a couple wheelbarrows. We're good. Sure not good. Now, luckily, I got a buddy that happens to have had a tractor in the neighborhood working on a landscaping project, and he let me use it all weekend. Whew. So I didn't need the paper of get me out of this now type thing. He was to the rescue. Very grateful. Forever Green Landscaping, by the way. Shameless plug for them. So I ended up using a tractor the whole weekend. But boy, oh boy, there was a moment there where I'm like, we are so screwed.
Yeah.
Can you take this back? Like, just, you know what? My wrong house. You dumped it at the wrong house. Come pick it up.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's the address we had, sir.
Nope.
Yeah. Well,
it goes over there.
There's some good ones coming in. The Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Bob in Minneapolis said, all right, I talked to a potential woman to date. Looked like we'd be a match. Agreed to date her. Half hour later, she sent me some pictures and said that we have a connection. I feel like you would never do me wrong. Bob's like, I'm out. Stage 5 clinger.
That was
some
it.
call that.
Yep. Send her the piece of paper.
Another one from Job that says, or from Bob in Minneapolis says, I had a job interview at a chemical company. Every guy there was bald, and it appeared to me not in the greatest of health. Safety procedures were important to follow, they said. Would have been a money changer for me. However, said, this looks bad, and backed out. See?
David Brookfield. The refusal of the number after hanging out with someone does not go well. I thought I was being honest by saying I didn't need their number when they offered it. The honesty was definitely not appreciated. Oh, that's amazing.
So Jeremy from Racine, back to the topic at hand, says, why would you even make the trade? Knowing he would fail a physical after he just had surgery sounds Bush League to me. Jeremy, you're dead right.
Yeah.
It's absolute Bush League. And that was why we thought maybe there was going to be some problems in the relationship department with other GMs in the NFL. Who does that? You can't. This is a no-no. This is a big no-no. And they did it.
Yeah. Well, and then on top of that, I saw something that, like, Trey Hendrickson said that he was going to sign with the Colts. Like, he was already, that was going to be the decision that he was going to make before the Ravens backed out and called him, and he ended up going there. So imagine if you're a Colts fan and you're going, cool, that would have been nice. Thanks, Baltimore, for nothing.
The 414, this is interesting. Here's a tin hat theory. Tom Brady knew that Max Crosby would fail the physical. He paid the players they wanted to get, and then the Ravens would have been in the hunt for anyway. But if the Crosby deal would be out in terms of that, what he's saying here in not so many words is that if they still had Crosby, they would be out of the running for those players. They knew he was going to fail the physical. They did all this on purpose. Crosby comes back and is now part of his contract hits dead cap because of the Knicks trade. And now the Raiders have a stacked house and are under the cap. For real?
Yeah, that is definitely a tin hat theory.
But there's some rules there that I was unaware of. So you're saying that because this got nixed by the Ravens, his contract hits dead cap, meaning it doesn't count towards the cap because they were essentially moving on? Whoa.
Yeah,
if that's the case, the Raiders are geniuses.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
There's a lot of There is a lot to be said about what we experienced with this trade.
It's very true. I got to point out, too, though, with this, that what else I saw was that the Ravens were trying to have both. They were trying to set up to have Crosby and Hendrickson. Like, Hendrickson was always part of the plan, and it just appears because of what happened with Max Crosby as if they were the ones at fault. I don't know that I'm buying that either. You're telling me that you were going to make that big a splash to try to get both of those guys?
Mm-mm.
And how could you have afforded that? Like, I don't know.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. It's the Malott Meats Morning Mind Dump. We're reviewing a situation where you found yourself in regrets and you wanted to back out of whatever it was you just accidentally agreed to. What are some stories from your life, sports or otherwise, where you're like, nope, I'm out.
What about at your place of work? Boss says, hey, could really use your help doing this project. You go, okay. And then
other duties as assigned.
Right. And then one day into that project, no. Hey, boss, I'm going to hand you this. I hand you this right of refusal. I think we're good.
I feel like Josh has some regrets on putting Josh's surprise announcement on the show sheet today.
Yeah. Did not think it was going to go here.
7:45 this morning. And we asked some people to text in what they think Josh's surprise announcement is. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. There are more. And here they go. Dave in Brookfield says Josh is announcing that he found an even bigger bowl of chili. Most likely that would be at Natty Oaks anyway. They just happen to have a bigger bowl. Annie has advice for me saying do not get a tattoo on spring break, but do enjoy. And she's heading south as well. We'll have lots to catch up on when she gets back. The Badgers will still be playing in the tournament. Let's go. The 262 says, let's go. Josh is taking the kids by himself overnight somewhere. Have you ever done that?
Have I taken them somewhere?
Yeah, like
overnight
no Julie.
by myself?
You're going,
No.
hey, Dad's got this.
No, not both. I've taken Jordy, but not Jack.
If you signed up for both, hypothetically speaking, might that be a position where you're like, wait a minute, actually read this piece of paper. This is something that's not going to go well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting a new puppy?
Am I supposed to answer?
Well, if that's a surprise, then hold it. No. All right, that's not the surprise. Josh is bowling in the national tournament. Josh is bowling at the USBC Masters tournament. Josh is starting a company to make highlighters. Josh is going back to school to become a weatherman. Josh is entering the World Series of Poker tournament. Where do you guys come up with this? This is outstanding.
That's something.
We already put it to bed that Julie is not pregnant. Josh is not announcing baby number 3 on the way.
No.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. The surprise suspense continues to build. Boom, boom, boom. Up next, though, first, Be Better. Presented by the Wisconsin Better Business Bureau.
I got to add Trevor to my Be Better list here. Hold on, Trevor.
It's not my fault you put it in black and white.
Yeah.
Who needs to be better in your life, in Wisconsin sports, in your opinion, in sports, sporting life, or frankly anything else? Just make sure it's anonymous if it's going to get you in trouble. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. We're back in a bit inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We're going to get the latest on Brewers spring training this morning at 10 a.m. with Brewers TV analyst Vinny Rotino joining 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff, served up by Yingling here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Joining us at 8 a.m. this morning, the head coach of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay Phoenix women's basketball team, Kayla Karius. They are the first team here in the state of Wisconsin at the Division I level to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament for the 21st time in program history and the third year in a row. Kayla, top of the hour from UWGB women's basketball team greatness. But now, presented by the Better Business Bureau of Wisconsin, who needs to be better?
It's time to answer the question, who needs to be better? Is it a team?
I need to be better for our team.
A coach?
I got to be better as a coach.
A player?
I got to be better. We got to be better. Just facts.
Let us know who you think has to be better. Brought to you by the Better Business Bureau. Show people your business is better. Get BBB accredited with the Better Business Bureau at bbb.org.
That's right, Trev. It is time for Be Better, brought to you by the Better Business Bureau. Did you know that 87% of accredited businesses say the BBB accreditation helps their business gain credibility with customers? It's true. If you want to showcase your business as a better business, get BBB accredited. Learn more at bbb.org. Starting us off, this is the easiest one of the lot, and that's Team USA, specifically Mark DeRosa. But I'm calling out all of Team USA for not understanding the rules of the tournament you are in. There are many, many people on that staff, players, coaches, assistants, you can go on forever. Water boys, doesn't matter. No one until the team was down 8-0 goes, you guys do know we're in trouble, right? That is insane. That is absolutely insane. It is a gift that Team USA is even still in this thing. I mean, seriously, Vinny.
You're welcome, USA.
Saying that, darn right. I mean, absolutely. You're welcome. You saved their asses. And just even with that, unless they win the whole thing at this point, this will be the story of Team USA, is how they had this big of a blunder of not knowing the rules. And I've heard people say, well, they probably thought they were going to win regardless. That's also terrible. Be better, Team USA. This is baseball. How are you letting this happen? How are you letting this just embarrassing moment happen? Be better.
In 2025, the state of Wisconsin finished first in the country in reported bar fights. This is my surprise face. 131,945 bar fights were reported in the state of Wisconsin in 2025. Now, you might be thinking I'm going to say, come on, people, be better. No.
Oh.
Who's reporting 131,000 plus bar fights in Wisconsin? Snitches get stitches. Be better.
Yeah, they probably would have figured it out on their own. You just give them 15 minutes. They're singing Sweet Caroline at the bar. Calm down.
My point exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Be better. Hey, you know what else has to be better? The NFL. The NFL has to be better. This whole Max Crosby situation, it falls on them. This is one of those deals. How, when you make these rules of a legal tampering period, which we've talked about, is weird in its own right. But if you're going to give this, how do you not think about these type of situations? This wasn't the Ravens' fault. People could be mad at the Ravens. You could be mad at the Raiders. But all of that played out exactly how the rule book said it can. That's on you, NFL. Think ahead for once. Think a step ahead of, hey, you guys, you know, if we do this, it could cause a huge domino effect of teams trading players under the assumption that all of this is going to work out. Don't you think maybe we should think, no, we don't need to think about that. Be better, NFL.
Loophole. Josh, can you imagine
Ridiculous.
the meeting? Guys, just hear me out on this. I have an idea. I think we should just hear me out. We should trade for Max Crosby. He's hurt. He's definitely going to fail his physical. And then we're going to go back on it and hope that Trey Hendrickson's there. Okay? All right. Ready, break.
Crazy.
So there appears to be some snow heading to Wisconsin over the next 48 to 72 hours, which is awesome. You guys enjoy because I'm out.
Yeah, you won't be here.
Peace out. I'm kind of worried, to be honest. This has happened one other time since we've lived here in the Green Bay area over the last 20 years, where some, although early, some are forecasting up to 2 feet of heavy, wet spring snow. The problem I have is there are some here in Northeast Wisconsin that use this to incite fear, is the way I'll put it. Not our guy, Luke Sampe at Channel 5, WFRV, who's joined us a number of different times here on Inside Wisconsin Sports. He absolutely hates it when people come out with this clickbait bullcrap in regards to the amount of snow we're going to get between Sunday and Monday. Hey, weather people, and specifically weather apps. And then back to the people that believe said weather people and weather apps. Be better. I still think we're going to get like 18 inches of snow.
Yeah, we'll probably get a lot of snow, but
you should have seen my neighbor's face. Hey, you guys need anything while you're gone? Yeah.
I bet he wishes he had a right of refusal to hand back to you. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to offer that.
Brendan.
You can figure that out on your own. Yeah, the weather needs to be better
too. Gibbons.
I got 2 more here. I need to be better. I know Julie tells me all the time I need to be better, but I needed to be better yesterday. Okay. And I'm going to clarify right now. We set up this topic. I was trying to set up this topic to see if anyone out there was pissed that we weren't making a splash or that we were worried about comp picks and getting picks for 2027 instead of trying to do something in 2026 to make a big push. There were plenty of people that said yes, but that's not necessarily what my thought process was on it. I'm looking at all the holes on this team and going, a big splash isn't going to fix it. Getting one guy, if we would have gotten Trey Hendrickson, that's still not going to fix all the problems. We need more cornerback depth. We need a lot more pieces. And so I need to be better at setting that up. So I'll take the heat on that one. I have one more. Do you have any others?
Oh, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
And there's a number of them on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line, 414-677-1250. What in your life, in your opinion, that you've seen, whether to you or in general, needs to be better? The one I wrote down that I was going to read here in between was from someone who's married to someone who, after getting a vasectomy during March Madness, the wife says, I think we should have had a third.
Snip, snap, snip, snap.
And then we're going to go ahead and look into reversals of said snip, snap, snip, snap. Although he did not text this because he's smart, I am going to say, wife, be better.
Yeah, that's you can say that. Good thing on him for not saying that. I got one more here for our boy Brandon Snide on 9 to noon. He's walking in the building right now. Brandon Snide's got to be better. Okay, he was way more worried about what I was wearing yesterday. I had a pink shirt on and a pink hat. He was way more worried about my outfit than taking advantage of some airtime with Kuhn out. Come on, bud. You're in the number 2 seat here and you're worrying about what I'm wearing? Be better, Brandon. Come on. I know Kuhn already gives you crap saying don't be a Brandon. You got to be better, bud. Got to be better.
Jacob in a van says, you know who needs to be better? Used car lots. It's either overpriced or the ones that are actually affordable are junk. Come on, used car lots. Be better.
That's fair. That's a good one. B Hintage to your weather one says, yeah, it's kind of like when a local guy tells us, hey, be in the basement with a weather radio for a rainstorm that may or may not arrive. Okay, bud. Be better.
The funny thing is if you look at the bracket, Team USA has a way easier side of the bracket than any other side would have been on them. So maybe to the World Baseball Classic, come on, be better as you seed teams and lay out these brackets. Pause. Without Team USA, the World Baseball Classic is irrelevant.
Well, you have, I saw a tweet that said, so the Italian Americans are facing the Mexican Americans, and if the Italian Americans win, then the American Americans get to still play baseball. And I thought that was really funny because there's like a lot, not everyone, but a lot of the players on these teams are U.S. citizens. Like they're Americans, and they're just representing countries with their heritage. So yeah, it's the World Baseball Classic in general is still a unique situation. But I also think the format of the World Baseball Classic could be better. Like, why do we got to go World Cup format with it, with the pools and everything else? I don't know. I'd much rather would have had bracket play, not just started at the quarters.
The 608 to my story earlier about the be better with the bar fights here in Wisconsin said 358 bar fights a day statewide. That seems a bit much. Reported bar fights.
Yeah.
Not all bar fights are physical.
Let's
remember that.
Yeah, but if it gets reported, like come on, be better. Are you serious?
Who's calling that in?
Right.
Timmy and Tommy are arguing over their dart game. He didn't hit the button. He pulled out his dart. It scored the points. He won the game. Now they're having an argument. Dude, be better.
Anyway, yeah, make sure that you write that up. We need that reported. Be better.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. You wish you had one of those little sheets of paper that says, boy, I wish I wouldn't have put that down.
Yeah, I sure do. I didn't think it was going to go there.
Surprise announcement coming up in just mere moments. So many people have texted in wondering if they are right with what they believe Josh's surprise announcement is. Jonah from the River Falls in the 715 says Josh is going to go live from the NFL draft.
No.
Why are you doing that? To Pittsburgh you go, hey?
No.
Josh is getting a new trampoline from Annie.
No. We got a few more be better.
That's what I was going to say. Yelly needs to be better in the playoffs. Okay. Understatement of the century, with all due respect to Christian Yelich. And if I have to eat these words, these playoffs, I'm great for it.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
262. I need to be better at, but this is Ziggy. I need to be better at putting all three games of a bowling series together. Back-to-back weeks where I start with a 250, then drop to a 160, and then get back to a 200 for a low 6. It's above my average, but to nearly lose 100 pins, where did I go? I need to be better. That's tough. Especially because you find it again.
The 920 says, my 16-year-old son needs to be better. Got an alert from school lunch that said his account was negative. I checked the charges, and the damn kid is spending so much money on extras. Time for cold lunch, bud. Be better.
Yeah.
We have a rule. I will fund that hot lunch account for two reasons. Number one, because we're done making cold lunches.
Sure.
That happened for 10 years, from 3K all the way through 8th grade. So screw it. If you want cold lunch, make your own damn cold lunch. If you don't, we have a rule. Go ahead and eat the main meal. If you need a side, grab a side. But you're not buying $3 Gatorades. You're not buying $2.50 big cookies. We have agreements. These are not things that we spend money on. And for the most part, he's done pretty well.
There we go. Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point yet where I got to worry about that, but it will be soon. I love that, though. You can check and see that the extras.
Oh, yeah, you can see it. You know what? You read that one from the 414. I'm going to pull up his account.
The 414 said Josh is going to meet Giannis. I said that you would be, you're blowing this all out of proportion. If that was the announcement, you would not be blowing it out of proportion. No, I am not meeting Giannis.
logging into my account to see what we're spending money on in the hot. I'm going to be really disappointed. I have a feeling.
Oh.
Listen to me going, oh, we have rules. My kid knows
16
better.
bags of Doritos.
And, yeah.
What? What
That's
is going on?
unfortunately where some of this stuff goes. Like, what are we spending money on? Crap. Now I don't know how to get in the portal. I'll figure it out over the break because up next.
Yeah.
A big
It's not.
surprise.
Don't say that. It's not a big surprise.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to read it verbatim.
Did I say a big?
Josh's surprise announcement.
There you go.
Is next. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. What are we spending money on here, boy?
Yeah. Be better.
Remember, Wisconsin, we are a podcast too. Inside Wisconsin Sports, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, open it up. Spotify, Apple, your call. Search Inside Wisconsin Sports, click follow, or text sports to the Nicolay Law talk and text line, 414-677-1250, and you'll get a link back that will take you right to wisportsradio.com, where you can jump to any segment, any hour, any show at any time, whenever it works best for you. Search Inside Wisconsin Sports on your favorite podcast platform. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht. I just got a text from my buddy Joe that said, I just had to drop off my daughter at school, and now she's pissed because she's missing the surprise announcement.
Poor girl. You're not missing anything.
Josh, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hey, so if you were listening to the show last week, Thursday, at this exact time, Trevor had brought up that there was a shoot happening at American Family Field that NBC Sports was going to do, and they were looking for talent to come and be extras.
When was that?
Last week, Thursday was the announcement.
Right. When is the shoot?
Today.
It's today.
It's today.
Okay.
And I thought, well, that'd be a funny radio bit to fill it out, and you got to include a photo of yourself and all this other stuff. And I thought it'll be a funny bit to read the rejection email on air. They booked me, and I am apparently doing this. So I'm going to be some talent on the NBC Sports. I'm going to be in the crowd for the NBC Sports baseball promo intro.
Okay. Can you cue up the I have questions portion of the show? We're going to do a redo. I have questions.
Okay.
So can you tell us what you filled out, please, in your bio? Like, what did you say that got you picked?
Yeah, good question. I would have to figure out here. Let me bring up what the form was. It wasn't a lot. You didn't have to put in a lot.
So that's tonight?
It's tonight.
Isn't that like an 8-hour gig?
Well, it says it can be up to, which I was also like, okay, so I'm going to be very sleep deprived.
$170.
It's $170.
What time you got to be there?
I have to be there at 5 p.m.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Whoa. One of them. Dude, you're going to be a peach tomorrow.
Yeah, I think they said midnight is the latest it would go. But either way, I think the bigger thing is that I don't really know what I got myself into. Also, I got to figure out what I wear because they said no baseball team gear. So you can't wear any Brewer gear or other team gear during this.
Oh, my God, Josh. They're going to hand you a jersey that you have to wear.
No. You think? Well, they tell me to bring, like, clothing. They just say you can't wear anything that's green and no gear, specific team gear, or any baseball team hat. So it doesn't say you can't wear hats, but you can't wear a hat that features any baseball team on it, which I think is kind of weird. Like, I understand they don't want it to be all Brewers stuff, but
if memory serves me right, though, they said that they're going to have all of the Major League Baseball teams represented, which tells me they're going to hand out some stuff.
Oh, do you think?
You better bring along the I'm backing out card.
Oh, I will straight up be like, nope, got to go. Bye. It's
family emergency. Got to go.
Yep.
What teams are you willing to wear?
I mean,
or I should say, what are the teams that you're not willing to
I was going to say Cubs, Cardinals, Dodgers.
That's it.
You'll
represent something else.
Yeah, I'll play along with anyone, but I am throwing that on. You're not going to be in something. Now, the other thing too is I'm going to assume that I'm going to be in the back of whatever they're shooting. I don't know what this is though. I did this as a joke. I was fairly positive I was just going to get like this is like through a talent network, like we're, models.
What did you
these
write
type
in your
of
bio?
People that they don't ask for like a specific bio. They just say Like, where did you hear about this? Give us your information, and then include a photo. And if there's any like restrictions, I figured that essentially they're just looking at the photos and trying to make sure they get a good jumble of people. I guess they looked at mine and went, we don't have enough, big late 30s white guys. So let's ask him.
Well, that's pretty fun.
I guess. I'm nervous. I don't know what the hell this is. What did I get myself into?
I'll take careful what you wish for 500, Alex.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty fun. Real quick, along with your announcement, I don't know if you can hear this. Oh, we're going to have a conversation with a 15-year-old right now about what I just saw on his. Hey,
you're on the air.
Rhodey, you're on the air. No more big cookies. What are we doing? I thought we had an agreement. Yeah, my point exactly. No more big cookies.
Boy.
Love you. Have a great day at school.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, I saw we had an agreement. You're going to pay for your own lunch pretty damn quick. Love you. Have a good day. Woo. I talked a big game. Then I pull open his list.
There you go.
Do you get food? Wait a minute. Do you get food?
I think there's like a cold boxed lunch.
You think?
I think. I got to see. I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't know what this is.
You have questions.
I got a lot of questions. I'm so nervous. I'm showing up to this thing. They said be hair and makeup ready. I'm like, what does that mean?
Are you going to trim the beard?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to shave. I'm not going to. No,
clean shaven?
No, hell no. No.
Come on.
No.
How much money?
No.
There's no amount of money?
Well, I mean, everyone has a price, but you're not willing to pay it.
I may not be, but the state of Wisconsin might have our backs on this.
No, we're not going there.
Are you going to wear a hat?
I'm going to bring a hat. Yeah, I'd prefer to wear a hat, but I don't know. Them saying no team baseball hats, period, has me thinking like, all right, so what? Like just a hat with nothing on it? Like just a blank hat? Maybe. I don't know.
Do you have a blank hat?
Of course I have a blank hat. I have like 12
you have that yellow
blank
one.
hats.
That's not yellow, apparently. It's orange.
Yeah, I have that one. I got a black one. I got a teal one.
Dude, I'm so excited for this.
I know, and I am not. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
See, you thought that this announcement wasn't going to be nearly as good as what we were pumping it up to be, and frankly, I think it's better.
Oh, okay.
You thought we had fun with this before. I think this is 2 segments worthy tomorrow.
No, okay. We'll see.
Listen, lots of pictures, some videos.
I might not be able to. Right, I might not be able to. I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to. I'm assuming there's going to be like an NDA, something I have to sign.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Here I thought, like, yes, it'd be a fun radio bit. It's the opposite.
This just made my morning.
Great.
So, too, will our next guest, Kayla Karius, the head coach of UW Green Bay women's basketball team who just won the Horizon League championship and punched their ticket to the tourney. We're back in a bit. Inside Wisconsin Sports. I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up from home. Whoa!
You are more than prepared. For months, you've been working together. You've been learning how to trust each other and trust what we are doing. Get ready to outwork people. That's what we do.
Today in Indianapolis, we send somebody to the NCAA tournament. It's the Horizon League Women's Basketball Championship. They are punching back and forth right now. Green Bay leading by 1. Pepler. Green Bay Horizon League champions. The 3rd consecutive season and the 21st time in program history is going to the NCAA tournament.
I got chills. I did. That's so cool. I'm so jacked for them. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome in Inside Wisconsin Sports. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albright.
Hi.
Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. You heard it there, and you will hear it now. The UW Green Bay women's basketball team has punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament. And joining us now on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Head coach of the women's Fighting Phoenix, Kayla Karius. Coach, congratulations. Off to the dance again.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yep, shocker. You can't talk. It sounds like you've been coaching in the tournament all weekend. That's perfect.
I know. I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And as soon as I started, I was like, maybe I was yelling a little bit in there. They actually brought in thousands of kids, made it like a kids' day for the championship game. And we had practice against that a couple of times because we played in 3 of those this year. But it doesn't matter how many times you practice. It's loud. And you're trying to scream like every possession matters, of course. And all of us, we didn't have voices by the time that thing was over. So I guess I'm still paying the price. But it's so worth it.
Voices, no. Trophies, nets, yes. Wait, where's that net? I wouldn't let that leave my side. Where is it?
It's right here. I should have grabbed it.
Yeah, go get it. It's perfect for the radio. Go get it. We got to see it on YouTube.
There
Look
it is.
at that. That's awesome. So, Kayla, this is not your first rodeo with winning championships, both as a coach and as a player. We'll cover all of that. But just bring us to today. This was an accomplishment based on what you lost from last year. For those that don't know the story, would you bring us up to speed, please, on how you, again, are off to the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I think this story is just a really impressive one from the players' perspective, what they were able to do, because last year enjoyed a great, successful year and had a lot of veteran players that were here for many years and had a backlog of seniors for a variety of reasons, a little bit because that was the last year for the extra COVID year. And we had 7 that we graduated. So, and 7 that played. And we really played 8 players, and 7 of the 8 were seniors. So we lost about 85% of minutes and scoring. And we knew that, of course, the whole year. And as soon as we lose the NCAA tournament game, we're flying back. And all I can think about is half our roster's gone. And what are we going to do? So, of course, you're in the era of transfer portal. And the transfer portal has actually been really good for us because we haven't lost anybody to the portal. We've only gained. Whether that continues or not, who knows? But the good part about it is you're able to go and reload really quickly. And the month of April was something I've never experienced before, but our staff lived in our offices. We worked probably as many hours as we did in season, but it was strictly on phone calls and research and watching film and trying to figure out our roster. Roster management is just such a big part of our job, bigger than it ever has been. And so throughout the month of April, we talked to all these kids, and it's all about, for us, it's finding the right fit. I think everybody would say that, but I just think Green Bay is so unique in that way. particularly like to pull people from all ends of the earth because they don't understand like what's so special about this place. And unfortunately, with the season being over, you can't bring them to campus and show them a home game where all the magic comes alive. And so what we did set out to do is find more local players that understood it, were recruited by Green Bay the first time, chose to go elsewhere for whatever reason, and now we're looking for a different experience. And thankfully, we brought in 6 transfers, all of which understood this place. And that, I think, is the biggest thing of all. You have to understand how we operate. It's not about you. It's about us. And thankful that we found all the right pieces, brought them together starting of June for practice. And we would like the band of misfit toys. I mean, we were like, it was awkward. Nobody was talking. We didn't really know each other. And we're watching all these, we were pieces. We were 14 pieces. And we're like, this is going to be interesting how this is all going to come together. And then, of course, our staff had to figure out how to build up the offense again, how to teach them. We had so much teaching this year. And it was just really cool to see it all come together.
So talk a little, you said they need to understand what makes this place so special. Tell us, what does make that place so special?
The community is the first thing. You come to a home game and we average over 2,000 fans. We've led the league, Horizon League in attendance for 26 years. We've been at the top. So it's just not even close. We go on the road in the league and there's nobody there. Or there's far less people. So you have to make your own energy. Here, these people show up night in and night out. Similar fans. I mean, so many that when I played, they're still in their same seats and they know the tradition of this place and they appreciate great women's basketball. And so I think that's the first part. We have young youth teams that are out there shooting at halftime and playing after the game and out there on the court supporting us, autograph lines set up after the game. The community piece is just, it's everything that we have and that we do. So that's the first part. I think that support just drives us to another level, but it's also the way we play. It's our system. We always lead the league in assists per game because we share the basketball. We share it and everybody can shoot it. And we play a motion offense that is fun to play because everybody's versatile. You can post up, I can step out and shoot the 3. We can also invert that. Really hard to guard. And just, it's a fun product, we believe, that we're putting out on the floor for people to go and enjoy. And then the tradition and success, the excellence that we've had here, which just started well before I came along with Carol Hammerly and Kevin Borseth and Matt Ballon leading the way. And just how that has sustained year after year after year is something incredible, really, that we're just trying to continue to build off of.
We're chatting with Kayla Karius. Kayla is the head coach of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay Phoenix women's basketball team who won the Horizon League tournament over the weekend and early this last week. And they're off to the NCAA tournament yet again, the 21st time in program history and the 3rd year in a row. Kayla, what is this? How many years have you been the head coach?
This is the 2nd.
The 2nd. But it's the 3rd year in a row for the program.
Yeah, it is. They went to the NCAA tournament Kevin's final year, and then we've gone the last 2 seasons.
So maybe my point on that is, what did you do right to sustain the success after Coach Borseth? Because you can't, I mean, this is nothing to shake a stick at. This is a really big deal. I've been telling Josh and the listeners across the state of Wisconsin, UW Green Bay is the premier women's college basketball program in the state of Wisconsin. And I understand what that means with Marquette and Wisconsin. And yet there are players on your team that came from some of those programs. Why?
Yeah, I think it's just a really special place. I think you have to put the right people around you first and foremost. And I surround myself with, I think, the best staff in the country. I think these are people that really, really care about this place and about our program. They're not here for a short time and ready to bounce onto the next best thing. These are people that have stayed here and love it here, and it starts with them. I believe that the Coach of the Year award is a Staff of the Year award. We do this together. I could never do this alone. They put in the same amount of hours, probably more hours than I do. We're all in, all of us. And I think they deeply care about our players in this community. So that's the first part, is you just have to put good people around you. It is a different time in college athletics right now. It's cutthroat. It's win or lose your job. It's just a really hard atmosphere to work in, especially when you have the transfer portal. People expect you to win right now all the time. And it's really difficult circumstances to work under and to operate under. And yet I just feel like if you keep program over everything at the core of what you do, you're going to be successful. And I think that our coach is caring about our players, and everybody's in it for the program, not in it for themselves. That sort of leads the way for every decision and every circumstance that we have. So that's the first part, just putting great staff around me and putting great players around me. I think and then I just do my best to lead the way. And honestly, and Kevin Borseth is still around, and he's been a mentor for me, and continue to call on him. And he's been fantastic. He wants to see this place thrive long after he's gone. And so again, you just have support from every angle. Everybody wants this place to continue to thrive and be successful.
So Kayla, we talked to Doug on the show weekly, and obviously he's brought a lot of attention to the school, to the men's program. They've made huge improvements, obviously, this season. Can you talk a little bit about if there's been any impact from just the media attention that he's brought to the school, how that's affected the way that you've done your job with your girls and that team?
Yeah, I don't know that there's been any different impact. I think the cool part I will say about Doug is we're really happy for the men's team. This is something that we've been excited to see him do, and he's been nothing but supportive ever since the day he got here. So I still remember his press conference when he was surrounded by people. So I went back to my office and I thought, I'll catch him later. And all of a sudden I heard him coming down the hallway going, "Where's Kayla's office?" And he came and sat with me, and we chatted for a while. And I think there's something to be said about that when you have a million things going on and you make time to go see the women's coach. I mean, there's just things that happen here that don't happen elsewhere. And I've seen that. I think Doug's been incredibly supportive. I've talked about this in the media before, but him and I both are trying to just be even more, great wins, sending a text, tough losses, send the text. And there's just only so many people that understand what you're going through or what to really say. And I think head coaches that way have to lean into each other. So we're really happy about what he's doing here. And he just continues to build this thing right back up and put the right people around him. And I think that at a school like this, we have to continue in the community. We want to support each other. We don't want to be on different islands and split fan bases. We want our fans to see and to go to both, especially now that they're playing more games at the Crest Center. So we're excited about his future.
Kayla Karius, the head coach of the GB women's basketball team here in Green Bay, off to the NCAA tournament after winning the Horizon League tournament earlier this week. Kayla, when you got the job, it was April of 2024, and it really meant a lot to you. Will you tell everyone where you're from and where you play college basketball, please?
I'm from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, the home of the bratwurst. So I was recruited by Kevin Borseth to come here to Green Bay. Had a couple other opportunities, but nothing that I felt strongly about. Really, I really only had one strict scholarship offer. I was talking to other schools, but it was just Green Bay for me all the way. And as soon as I got to know Kevin and come to league camps and things, I was all in. So I committed to play here at UW Green Bay. My story goes, Kevin, as soon as I was coming in as a freshman, leaves and takes the Michigan job. So I never actually got to play for him. Little rocky in the spring of your senior year going, now what am I going to do? Transfer portal is not a thing. It's a way different world back then. And so just waited until they hired Matt Ballant, met him, and I thought, this guy seems great. Let's do it. And I had way more knowledge of Green Bay than I did for Coach Ballant, but I love this place and still wanted to come. And I'm so, so glad that I did. So playing here at Green Bay gave me a ton of memories. My best friends for life. Just developed me. I credit
else?
you to
Who else?
Oh,
Who,
my husband.
your best friend for life. Who else?
Well, time out. Let me just clarify this because I didn't meet my husband until after I graduated from here. So I was here, and then when I left here and graduated, I wanted to keep playing. So I played professionally. When I came back in the summer with no job and looking, to do something or earn money, I came back and worked Kevin Borseth camps. And at the time then, my husband was on the men's staff. He was Coach Wardle's staff. And we met at camp. We met in the Crest Center. It's a Crest Center love story.
Aw. Love
Best
that.
friend for life, yeah. And nobody, by the way, understands a coach's life more than a coach's spouse. So can I just give him a shout out? Because highs and lows to the extreme, right? Like going through the season, you have to have somebody really supportive next to you who knows what you need. Sometimes that's a listening ear. Sometimes that's a hug. Sometimes that's don't talk to me at all. And nobody gets that like somebody who's also been in coaching for 10 years. So he was men's side and played at UW lacrosse and just has such great knowledge of the game, but also is just like the best coach's spouse I could ever ask for. So I'm thankful for him.
Josh, Rick is a part of CB, I call it, Club Bald.
Wow.
I didn't know there was a club.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, well,
until
that's because
now.
you're not bald.
Are you okay? It seems like
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right.
He's just proud.
Sure. Yeah. So, Kayla, talk to us about, now since the time that you knew your ticket was punched, what the team's been up to, how you guys are preparing and waiting for Selection Sunday.
Yeah, so really special moment, confetti flying and all the celebrations. We had a fan bus full of people come down and watch us, and then families and friends. Just everybody got to come on the court, and pictures and everything lasted a long time. You may have seen pictures online, but Barbasol is sponsoring the Horizon League Championships. That's the shaving cream. This is a good segue from your Club Bald. And they had a one shaving moment where all the players were given a bottle of shaving cream, and then they told me to put goggles on and stand in the middle of them, and then they got to just douse me in shaving cream. So
wow.
That, of course, didn't end with just me. Then I took it off my hair and stuff and started going at them. And if you've seen the pictures, we had great fun. I mean, when do you ever get to do that? So we were covered in shaving cream. Went into the shower fully clothed. It's still not fully, my hair is not recovered. It was quite a moment, but just fun to enjoy it with them. And bus ride home, a lot of karaoke, a lot of bad singing, but great memories. And they really enjoyed it. So since then, giving them some time off. Everybody just needs time to recover. Both games were really physical, and obviously the emotions are running high. So we give them a little time off. We're preparing for our selection show party on Sunday night. And we would love to have all of our fans come out to that. That'll be at the bar, and the doors will open at 6. The show is at 7. And we would just, we're preparing for that moment. Until you know your opponent, you're a little at a loss for direction. We'll get back and get in the gym, of course, and get shots up and get back moving over the weekend. But once we find out our opponent, then plans and logistics start to come together for the tournament. And then it's a whole new wave of excitement because now you're ready for another road trip.
Josh, you asked a question. I'm going to post these pictures I just found of Kayla in shaving cream. Hang on just a second.
Okay.
Copy, paste. This is pretty fun.
What I want to know, my question's for you, Trevor. Now I want to know about the shaving cream thing. I didn't even think about that. We need to be doing that for you. Next celebration, next time, I'm going to have all the listeners bring you shaving cream.
Can I come?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This went sideways. Kayla, good to see you. Thanks for coming on the show. I have one more question. I just rapid fire real quick. Out of curiosity, I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, in 2009, you guys played LSU in the NCAA tournament. Do you know who had 16 points off the bench in that game?
It might be me because I was off the bench.
100% you. Yep. In 2010, someone had a career high 29 points in the second round of the NCAA tournament against Iowa State. Any idea?
Yeah.
That was you?
That was me. Yeah.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Last one. 2011. One of the leaders on what says here, the greatest team in program history that made it to the Sweet 16. That's also you, Kayla Karius. People say, act like you've been there. You've been there, both as a coach and as a player. What is it going to take for this team to be listed as one of the greatest teams in program history and make it back to the Sweet 16?
Well, they're capable. That's the first thing. Actually, it was just a couple of weeks ago. We went through a tough loss. We had a couple of tough losses at the end of regular season. And I wanted to see their confidence get back to where it should be. And it wasn't just saying this or blowing smoke. I really believe it still that this team does have the ability to be the greatest team that's come through here. I think they have all the talent and we have all the pieces. What's it going to take? Of course, we have to be at our best. I mean, there's only 68 teams that get into this. It's the best of the best. You can't have an off night. You can't have defensive miscues. It's everything that you've been preparing for. So, of course, you have to be at your best. But when we are at our best, we're a really good team. And you just saw that take it to another level here, especially in this last game. It was just a low-scoring affair, but we had to find ways to score, and we were just tough down the stretch. In fourth quarter, we made it play after play, and we have great player leadership. I think that's why. I think that they really lead the way for everybody else. So all those things come together. I of course, you don't know your matchups, and you would like a good one in the first couple of rounds, but that's stuff you can't control. And now you just have to control how hard you play. And I think this group is ready.
For those here in Green Bay on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network and in Northeast Wisconsin in general, the Fox Valley, before we let you go, tell us when your party is, what time it starts for Selection Sunday, and where it is that fans should go and support.
Yeah. So I hope I have all my details right. I believe the selection show starts at 7. So we're going to watch that all together. So we're going to do that at the bar down a Homegrown Way. The doors will open well before that. I mean, people are usually sitting there and having dinner and things like that, but we will start a program, so to speak, around 6:00, and that'll be some player interviews and coach interviews and just recapping the year a little bit. And then the whole setup will be ready to sit and watch the show together, which starts at 7, and then we'll just find out where our matchup is. So it's open to the public. It's free. We would love to see some fans come out and just show this team support. They deserve everything that's coming their way. And so many of them, actually, I had them raise their hands in the locker room afterwards. Who's going to their first NCAA tournament as a player? And it's 7 out of 14. So it's pretty cool to give half this team the NCAA tournament experience, especially the ones that transferred here saying, this is why I came to Green Bay, is to be a part of Selection Sunday, to see our name pop up and to play an NCAA tournament. That's dream come reality. So come support these guys on Sunday night. I know there's snow coming, by the way, so be safe. Hopefully you can still come out despite that. Either way, we'll be watching. And if you can't make it, tune in and be a part of the fun that way.
Kayla Karius, the head coach of the UW Green Bay women's basketball program, headed to the NCAA tournament. We'll find out on Sunday. Kayla, I don't know if I told you this story, but we're going to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for spring break.
Yeah.
So whenever you play, we will walk into some bar in Tennessee that has all of the men's game on and go, hey, favor, that little TV right there. Nobody's watching that. I need the GB women's game on that right now. You should have seen the looks we got last year when we did that, but I will do it again.
I love
it.
Do
it again.
Appreciate it.
Good luck. All the best to you.
So much.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll see you later. Kayla Karius, the head coach of the Green Bay women's basketball program, headed to the NCAA tournament. She joined us on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. I don't use Barbasol, by the way.
No?
Just conditioner.
Oh.
Yeah. I've tried it all. I tried the little doohickey with the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a system. We all have our own system. We do talk about it. There is a club. I mean, I don't know if there's a club, but we do talk about it. Like, hey.
It sounds like you formed one.
Well, I don't want to be the president. I got enough stuff on my plate. When we come back, a quick question as we close out and are halfway through hour number 3 of the program today. If you could pick, so transfer portal, it's transfer portal time. If you could ask someone in Wisconsin sports to transfer from their current team to play on a different team, because we need that person, you're athletic, and we need you over here, who would it be? And what position do you want them to play? We'll answer that next. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. We're going to get the latest on Brewers spring training this morning at 10 a.m. when Brewers TV analyst Vinny Rotino joins 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff, served up by Yingling here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Inside Wisconsin Sports, Trevor and Josh wondering if you could use the transfer portal to move athletes from team to team here in Wisconsin. Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Bucks, Marquette, hockey, you name it. Everybody is in the portal, and you can go and get them for your team. So if that was a thing, who do you wish was the new Deion Sanders or the new Bo Jackson here in Wisconsin? Who would you have play for multiple teams, and or would you just go, you know what, Giannis, you'd be better over here? Or you know what, Jordan Love, you'd be better over here. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law talk and text line. If you could, who would you bring to a different team?
When you asked this question, my first thought was, well, the Brewers have a whole bag of prospects, and the Packers need some bodies. So let's just bring some of those guys and fill holes on the Packers roster. But then I thought, I don't know that their body type is the right. They might get crushed on the O-line. But we need bodies, and the Brewers have bodies. Give me them.
That's kind of a difficult thing to think about. Is there are many an athlete here in Wisconsin that is capable of playing numerous sports. I'll never forget watching former Packer Billy Schrader play basketball at Jefferson High School when I was a kid. That guy could jump out of the gym. Mm-hmm. So these are gifted athletes, of which many played multiple sports in high school, and even some played multiple sports in college. But to your point, the offensive and defensive line is kind of a shape that doesn't necessarily allow you to be successful at other sports.
Right.
However, I see you and I raise you a Daniel Vogelbach.
Okay.
Left guard.
Yeah. We could take Vogie. That would work.
I think that would work.
See, I was thinking all right, if you look at like Giannis or some basketball players, wide receivers, right? We talk about height, get some height in there. That's a lot of height, but also like fragile. Like you think about the injuries to the lower body that happen now. We put one of those guys on a football field. What, 2 games, maybe?
Could Yelly take it? He's a little fragile himself. However, I bet you that dude would make a good receiver.
Yeah.
He also make a good quarterback, to be honest.
Could see that. How about Blake Perkins? Blake Perkins can catch. Put him out there.
What about Bobby Portis?
Bobby would be an interesting one. For the Packers, you're saying send him to the Packers?
I got to be honest. Pick your team.
Yeah.
I want Bobby Portis on whatever it is that we're doing. If anything, just to stare through you.
So 2 people on the talking text line, both going coaches. The 906 says Matt LaFleur to coach the Bucks, and Bob in Minneapolis says Doug Gottlieb to coach the Bucks.
Holy, can you imagine? Well, first off, Matt LaFleur, who knows if he knows anything about basketball?
I don't talk to the bench players. I don't talk to bench players.
We have water boys. I don't talk to water boys. Doug coaching the Bucks.
I mean,
as if it didn't piss enough people off that he became a D1 coach without any other college experience. That would go over well. Someone in the 920 says Sal Frelick to come and be the third down back for the Pack.
That'd be interesting. I'd love to see some of those guys like Jacobs or like one of those guys in baseball, right? I feel like that's kind of the best comparison sometimes with multi-athletes, right? Is they do football and baseball. You can see that.
The 262 says Christian Watson in the outfield for the Brewers.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Can he swing a bat?
I don't know. Can he run the bases and pay attention? Did you see that Joey Ortiz moment?
Sure didn't. What do you do?
Oh, I don't know what he was looking at, but he was rounding second on a lazy fly ball with 1 out and made the easiest throw back to first to get him.
How about this one? And this is a great idea. When he's done in Milwaukee, Let's go ahead and bring Pat Murphy up to be the head coach of the Green Bay Packers.
Can you imagine?
Oh, he started as a football guy. Remember?
Yeah.
This is where he was born and bred from, was Notre Dame football. Well, I just thought of something. I bet you he knew Lou Holtz.
That would be crazy though. Like
this person goes on to say,
have him on just even if it was a head coach, just to have him on to be that locker room coach, be that locker room guy.
So I bet you Joey Ortiz got an earful from Murph after he made that mistake, albeit in spring training, still got an earful. I remember when I chatted with Caleb Durbin on the Inside Wisconsin podcast, and he said that when he messed up and got picked off on the bases, he knew, quote, his ass was grass from Coach Murph. I bet you any money, and this person that brought this up in the 414 says the Packers would stop having all these stupid penalties. I believe that to be true. I wonder if there's an impact the coaches aren't having on some of these pre-snap penalties that are a joke.
Interesting. Could be. That could be.
The 920 says Sal Frelick was a really good football player, if memory serves me right. You know, we assume, by the way, that all these guys can be athletes in different games. We don't know, although we get a little bit of a glimpse when we watch some of them play softball in a few of those charity softball tournaments. Okay, you look at athletes and go, all right, you must be able to play just sports in general, right? Like I bet you're a really good golfer. You can catch a football. Have you ever seen some of these guys in the WWE do anything other athletic-wise? Like I watched Cody Rhodes shoot a basketball online the other day. What in the ever-living hell is that? Don't Google it. You'll never be able to get it out of your head. Awful. So you are maybe a talented person that the gift it is in your sport, but it doesn't always cross over. It's fun to think about, though. How about William Contreras as a tight end from the 906?
That would be interesting. I was waiting, and we finally got our first text about someone talking about Micah Parsons. And I thought that was interesting. They said Micah playing third base. Okay. Micah as a leader, right? He was the first one I thought of going, all right, I'd want him on every team, but where would I put him? And that was the question. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'd better chance I put Micah playing basketball than baseball. I think.
First base, I could see.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I just feel like Micah needs to be moving. And in baseball, there's a lot of like standing and then moving.
Yeah, but let's just put him in the outfield for a hot second. You think he's going to call somebody off to catch a fly ball? Nope, no. They're going to run right through him.
No, he's going to run through the outfield wall. Yeah. An animal.
When we come back, we're going to check in with Rami Makloff with our friends from 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff, served up by Yingling. We gotta get Rami's take on what's going to happen with you tonight at this thing, whatever this is.
Yeah.
Somebody said earlier that you can't wear green because they're going to Photoshop you into some other stadium for something. You are signing off on a lot of control.
Well, that's true. They said like, I think it's gonna be like there's a concert, like a concert thing happening that we're gonna act like we're at. Like it's not like I'm in the stands cheering for a home run or something. But that's the other thing. Are they gonna be like, all right, now be really happy, and I'm gonna be okay, yeah, like what? I don't know what to do with my hands. You know, like, oh God, this is gonna be a disaster. This is gonna be a disaster.
It literally might be a disaster, and it'll be something that you can never take back, no matter what slip of paper you have that says, you know what, I don't want to go. Is there any chance
for content
you back out
and don't go? Well, I will tell you the only way. So full disclosure, apparently, the baby isn't doing well. So the only way, he's sick. He's sick right now at home. Then that was not planned. So if things get really, really rough tonight and we end up in the ER, then I won't be there. But otherwise,
that's sick. Like
maybe,
what's wrong?
Maybe I don't know. He's not well right now, and we're working through that. But that's just been this morning, so I don't know. Maybe things calm down. But that would be the only thing. Otherwise, I'm going to see this through. I'll go. I'll at least get there, see what it is, and then maybe turn around and be like, nope, no, this was a mistake.
Turns out I'm not trading this. Nope. All right, we'll get Rami's take on this when we get back. Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Can I have your autograph?
No.
Welcome back inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Joining us now, crossing over with our good buds from 9 to noon with John Kuhn and Rami Makloff. Rami is here. So if I heard right in the break there, as I was eavesdropping on your conversation through the World Wide Web, that there's a chance that Rami's going to sign up and go and do this thing. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, no, I don't. The extras thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be there. I will not be there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I've said before, the only team I actively root against in Wisconsin is the Green Bay Packers. I love the Bucks. I'm a big Bucks fan, especially a Giannis fan. I will say if it's not going to be the Cubs, I want it to be the Brewers winning the NL Central. I'll take them over anybody else in the division. I feel like it could be used against me if there's
100%.
If there's
we will use this against Josh.
Yeah, but keep in mind that like this isn't just this isn't a Brewers thing. Like I've been specifically told that like what you're supposed to wear isn't supposed to have any team.
They don't want to like dress you up in Brewers gear.
No.
Okay. See, I'm
not allowed to wear any Brewers gear.
Oh, okay.
Any team gear, period.
Then is it too late to sign up? Because then I might sign up.
No,
well, hold on.
Please,
they might put you in anybody's gear, though. That's the deal. They did say in this thing that they want all teams represented.
Yeah, but they also said that then you can't wear the stuff. But
Right,
they did say to bring multiple outfits in case we want you to like if the shirt you're wearing doesn't work and they need you to throw something else on.
So this just seems like a lot of work. Are you getting paid for this?
$170.
Okay.
$170.
That's not a bad payday. For how did they say how long you'll be out there? Or no?
It can be up until midnight. So it could be up until 7 hours.
Okay. See, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's where most people get lost. Here's the other thing is that there's still no even a guarantee. You got to send in a photo of you. They might look at you, Rami, and say,
"Oh yeah, no, they're not putting this mug on TV."
Listen,
no.
I thought the same thing, and then I got the acceptance of be there. I went, oh, I did this as a joke when we brought it up on air, thinking, oh, it'll be funny if I do it, and then I get to read the rejection letter on air. That was my plan, and then instead they went, "We want you. You're in. Here's when we need you."
Yeah, I mean, how no offense to you, Josh. I know yesterday a shot was taken at you.
Multiple, yeah.
Not by me, though.
No.
Not by me. I do want to talk about that in just a second, but we're talking about extras. Like, they're not looking for Hollywood good looks, which I'd venture to say, Josh, neither you nor I possess.
But there's a range.
Hollywood
and
good look.
center.
There's a range between Hollywood good looks and people that you want in the crowd.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I think, but for the purposes of this shoot, I'd imagine they want like the average fan. They want extras who look like the average fan, which you do.
I guess
that's not a shot. That's not a knock.
I'm also trying to figure out what they're going to make me do. Like, what do I got to like? Let's go! Yeah,
that's probably what it is.
Okay.
I've seen this before. Like, I'm sure you guys have been out at events and they're taking B-roll footage for rejoins, like coming out of the commercial, and they just like gather a group of people and they're like, cheer, hold up the #1 sign or whatever. And everybody goes crazy. And then it's like a 6-second clip that they use coming out of a commercial break.
Oh, right. That's the best thing. I'm going to be doing this for 7 hours. I promise you're never going to see me.
Oh yeah, we are 100% chance.
I don't think so.
Dude, have you seen your luck with these things?
This is true.
And here's the best part. They're going to say dance. And you know why you got picked? Because they went back on this very program on YouTube and watched your moves. There was a week where you were, the bottom was just a swaying. Yep. How do you turn that down, Rami?
If this is what they want, I got tons of this for you.
You have moves like Jagger, Josh? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I do not.
Okay, all right.
I absolutely do not.
All right, so what is this taking shots? What I missed?
So,
yesterday,
Josh was on the other side of the glass. And I don't even know how it came up, but
Brandon apparently was not happy with what I was wearing.
He said you can't miss him about Josh. He was talking about Josh, and he was like, you can't miss him.
Because I was wearing like a pink hat and pink shirt.
Which could be interpreted as a fat joke. I don't think that's...
Oh, no. And then he brought it there. He brought it into fat joke land. Yeah, which is why I called Brandon out on the show today, and I said he's got to be better. Brandon's got to be better. He has an opportunity to get airtime because John Kuhn's not here, and he's wasting it talking about me being fat. That's not how you make it in this business.
I don't think it was a fat shot.
Take advantage of your shots,
I think it was
Brandon.
about the brightly colored outfit that Josh was wearing yesterday. Did you go opposite for that reason?
I wore my
put
best,
on all black today
I wore my
for that
best
reason?
Brandon Snyde outfit. Shorts with a black hoodie.
You are dressed like
just
Brandon today.
looking like a complete bum that rolled out of bed. Yep.
Some call it generic.
Nope, this is the Brandon Snyde look. It's called not trying.
You are dressed like Brandon. I didn't even put that together.
Oh, you bet. And I've been uncomfortable. It's been toasty in here. I don't even want to be wearing this hoodie, but I am because this is the Brandon Snyde look.
I've always said, and I appreciate it, especially for a guy who gets up as early as Josh does to come in and do this show today. The fits, my boy has a fit every day. Every day,
I do.
My guy comes in here with a fit, with a shirt, with a matching hat. I think the shoes often match what's going on with the shirt and the hat.
Roosevelt? Wait, you got Roosevelt shirts coming out of your what? What?
Yeah.
If you could pick one to wear to this shoot tonight?
Well, okay. So I have like 4 baseball specific ones that aren't team related that I've put aside.
Go.
And so I was thinking about that, doing one of those. Although my favorite one is green, and I can't wear that because you can't wear green. And so I'm trying to think about that. But then also they're not necessarily like black is slimming. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I don't want to go baseball theme. Maybe I want to wear a black Roosevelt shirt, button up.
Can I ask a question? What is a Roosevelt shirt?
It's the button ups that I wear. That's the brand.
Oh,
the
God.
brand name.
I'm out.
Oh, okay.
What you wish for, Rami. All
I
the best.
thought those were Hawaiian shirts. Are they not? Are those not called Hawaiian shirts?
Roosevelt is a brand. It's the brand that makes the button-up shirts.
Right.
No,
Gotcha.
Roosevelt is not a brand.
Yes, it is.
It is a cult.
Well, I am in it. It's a brand and there's a cult, but I am in the cult. And if you want to join us, I have a 15% off code I can get you in.
Okay. Rami, what's coming up from 9 to noon with you and John Kuhn and Brandon Snyde, although I think Kuhn's still gone.
Kuhn is still gone. He's back on Monday. We're wishing him well because we were all jealous he was in Hawaii. Yesterday, people were texting us in that there's like serious weather in Hawaii, like flood watches. A volcano erupted on the main island. So
30 inches of rain, someone said.
We haven't heard.
Nuts.
Is that it?
We haven't heard from Kuhn. Hope all is well there. On the show today, Vinny Rattino will join us at 9:25. And Trey Crosby of the Cream City Crossover Pod, he'll join us at 11 o'clock. Obviously, we'll delve more into the Packers move of signing Javon Hargrave and NFL free agency. Mamma Mia, Team USA is moving on in the World Baseball Classic. We'll get into that and much, much more. Oh, and I'll be at the Improv tonight hosting the show for headliner Riddell Ortiz if anybody wants to come out and see my stand-up style.
Nice.
Thank you.
The Milwaukee Improv, is that in Brookfield?
It is, yes. They call it the Milwaukee Improv. I love Pete Lee. I've opened for Pete Lee like 3 times.
He's great.
He is not just a hilarious comedian, just one of the best dudes that you will meet. Janesville's very own.
Yeah, we've had him on the show.
Lee.
I wonder what Brandon Snyde would comment about his look or appearance or overall nature.
Who?
Pete Lee. I wonder what Brandon Snyde would.
He wears all black.
Okay, so maybe I don't know. He'd find something. Who knows?
9 to noon with John Kuhn, Rami Makloff. Up next on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. We are inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, and we're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. See you tomorrow.
Because we're not done yet.